y'all, this is Tam. Welcome back to my channel, Bible Journaling on a Budget. Today, as you can see from the title, I will be doing another episode in a series that I started on this channel about a year and a half ago called Sing It Sundays with Tam. Now, for those who are new to my channel, you probably have not gone that far back into my videos, but basically I started a series on this channel which is just me singing instead of Bible journaling, and it's just another way of me encouraging you and hopefully just giving you some sort of comfort, especially in this particular time where we have so many people being affected by the coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever it is you choose to call it. But I think a lot of people have faced a lot of challenges that they would have never foreseen. And just a few of those being job loss, maybe your hours were cut on your job, or maybe you've had the unfortunate circumstance of losing a loved one to this virus. And I think it's just a perfect opportunity for those of us as believers, and especially for those of us who have a social media platform, no matter what it is, just putting something out there in the atmosphere other than the negativity and the depressive nature of this disease and how people are just being so dramatically affected by it. And so this is a perfect opportunity for us to figure out or return back to some ways that will encourage and bless other people's hearts. So this series on my channel is basically one of those avenues, and I haven't been as consistent with it as I want it to be, but singing is definitely something that is near and dear to my heart, and I love doing it. It's one of the things that if you were to come visit our home, you would hear me singing, throughout the rooms of this house, because it is something that God really uses song to speak to me, and I try to give back, to people in that way. So that's what I'll be doing on today. And the song that I'll be singing, if I haven't already said that, is Hold to God's Unchanging Hand. And I wrote the lyrics out here, so I'll be reflecting on those as I go through the song. But one of the scriptures that reminded me of this song was Hebrews 13:8, which basically says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And this song is basically encouraging us in that way, that no matter who comes, no matter who goes, God is the same. He is unchangeable. So no matter what circumstance you find yourself in, whether it be today or 10 years from now, we have to rest in the fact that God is always consistent in his love for us, in how he protects us, how he provides for us, how he shields us, how he reassures us, how he comforts us, how he continues to bless us, even in our undeserving nature, in us being disobedient and all those other things. God remains the same. He isn't like us. He isn't like us when some days we don't feel like doing anything. We just don't do it. God does for us even when we don't deserve it, because that's the kind of God we serve, and he is non-changing. He is an ever-present help. He is always there for us, and he doesn't withdraw his love from us, even when we're not what we're supposed to be, who we're supposed to be, what he has called us to be. So we have that type of God. We serve that type of God, and we're supposed to, with our actions, not with our words, we're supposed to love that type of God, and our life is supposed to be a reflection of our love for God, and not just, us saying it, and so, didn't mean to say all of that, but that's just where I go. I go down the wormholes God take me. So wherever he takes me, that's kind of like where I end up, and it's just basically, I have a passion for God. I have a passion for his word. I have a passion for sharing him with other people, and so that's just how it is with me. I could start off in one place and end up somewhere totally different. But that's not what I'm on here today for. I'm on here today to sing this song, and hopefully it blesses you and encourages you. And I'm going to try to get through it without messing it up, because it's been a long time since I have sung for an audience. And so that's pretty much what I'm going to try to do today. So before I get into the song, I'll go ahead and say my outro so that when I'm done with the song, I can just go ahead and get off camera. But basically, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you can know when I upload new videos. For those who don't know, I have a second channel. It's a journaling and crafting channel where I do non-Bible journaling related things. I also make things and sell them in an Etsy shop. That's also linked down below. Please feel free to visit any one of those links and support me in whatever way you feel led to do so. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and get into the song, and just know that I love you guys, and I'm always praying for you guys who are my subscribers and my virtual family. I just, hope that everybody is doing okay. And leave a comment down below just letting me know how you guys are doing, and just let me know if you want me to be more consistent as I desire to be with this particular segment of my YouTube channel, because I do, feel like I haven't really done what I wanted to do with this segment, but I'm going to try to get better. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and don't forget to thumbs up the video if you like what I am presenting today. So we're just over 6 minutes into it, so I'm going to just jump right into it. But again, it's called Hold to God's Unchanging Hand. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You ought to hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You ought to build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Time is filled with swift transition. None on earth unmoved can stand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You ought to hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Trust in him, he will not leave you. Whatsoever years may bring, if by earthly friends forsaken, still more closely to him cling. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You ought to hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You ought to build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Covet not this world's vain riches that so rapidly decay. Seek to gain the heavenly treasures that will never pass away. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. We ought to hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. Build your hope eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. When your journey is completed, if to God you have been true, fair and bright the home in glory, your enraptured soul will view. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You ought to hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. We gotta hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal, and hold to God's unchanging